Hello my 8th grade students, this is Mr. Duncan. I'm coming to you from my basement where I have a nice basketball activity, and I'm going to show you how this relates to linear functions. So as of now you may be thinking, how in the world does this relate to linear functions? The goal is this: within this game, if you've ever played before, you might have seen it at a place like Dave & Buster's, GameWorks, or any kind of arcade place. The goal in this game is to make however many shots you can within a certain amount of time. So within this there are two variables. You have an independent and a dependent variable. So the one is how many shots are made, and then how many points total. So the independent variable is how many shots you make. I need to know how many shots I make in order to get the next part. So if you think of your X and Y values, or your inputs and outputs, the shots that I make is going to be the independent variable. It is the input, it is the X value. So if I make 10 shots, that would let me know how many points I've scored. So if we're going to say that each shot made is worth 2 points, you have to figure out, okay, if I make 10 shots worth 2 points, the total amount would be 20. So however many points total would be your dependent variable. So the points is the dependent variable, it is the output, it is the Y value. So I need to know how many I make. So I need the X value in order to get the Y value. So I need the input in order to get the output. The other thing within this, if we had to create an equation, the equation would be having a constant of 2. If the points that each shot made is worth 2 points, that would be the constant rate of change. So I'm going to go through, try to keep track of how many shots that I make total, and this is going to be a way to relate this to linear functions. So ready, set, go. Come on. Alright, so how many points did you tally that I made? How many shots did I make there? So if you take that value of how many points that I tallied or how many points that I made, that would give you, that would be the input, so how many shots made, and then what you get as your answer would be your output. So if you had it marked as, I'm not sure how many shots that I had, I didn't keep count, but whatever that number was, whether it was 15, if it was 15 shots made, you would take 15 be your input or your X value if you have a coordinate, if you're using a graph. So the 15 multiply by 2, that's the rate of change. So that's going to show you how high up you're going to go every time you make a shot, how many spaces you go up on the coordinate grid. But 15 times 2 would be a total of 30 points. So the 15 and 30 would be a coordinate pair on the graph. If you were graphing it, it would also show up in your table. 15 shots made, 30 points is what you would earn. Or if you had your equation, it would be y equals 2x. So that would help you identify 15 shots made times 2 would give you the answer of 30. So that's how it all relates. So you can take a game like this and predict and already determine how many points you can get for how many shots you make. So you can already come in here saying, okay, my goal would be to get 16, because 16 would be an extra 2 points compared to my score. So if we were competing one-on-one, I feel pretty confident that none of you could beat me in this game, as long as I practice just a little bit more. It's been a while.